Hello everyone. Today we are going to solve problem 151 reverse word in a string. So let's first read the problem, what the problem is asking to do. So the problem is saying we are given a string S, reverse order of the words. Okay. And what the requirement is we have to return a string of the words in a reverse order concatenated by a single space. Here is a note as well. Note that S may contain leading and trailing space or multiple spaces between two words. The return string should only have a single space separating the words do not include any extra space. So let's understand the problem first. So the problem is saying we are given a word, we are given a string S. The string is signed like this, and this string can contain leading space, trailing space, and multiple space between two words. And what we have to do, we have to reverse the word and remove those leading space, trailing spaces, and multiple space between the words. The output string must be reversed and separated by a single space only. There should not be any leading and trailing space. So this is the problem. And how can we solve this? So brute force approach can be we can split the word by the space and just join by the space. And we can join them using a space and fill the trailing spaces. This can be a solution, but this is very simple and good for solution. We need a solution that can take linear time. So the problem requirement is we have to solve this in linear time. So how can we do this? So one solution I'm thinking is we can parse the word and what we are given a string where there are words, and what's the requirement is we have to reverse the order and also remove the extra spaces. For that, what I can do is I can use two pointer approach, and in this I will pass the word when using two pointer. For example, I pass blue and I will use a string builder where I whatever word I pass, I will add into the string, and after that I will add a space. Again, I pass word, I will add it to the string builder and add a space. In this way, I can build my output string. So how can we do this? For that, I use two pointer L and R, which is a point which is start from very end of the string, and I have to do this in linear time. It means I can only traverse the whole string only once. So for this, what I can do is I will start from my both pointer will start from the very end of the string, and I will keep moving my left pointer. I will keep moving. I will skip this space. Then once my both pointer is at the character, then what I can do, I will move my L pointer to left until it find another space. And when my R is at this place and my L is at this place, I will take out this word from this string and add it to the string builder, and I will add a space. Again, I will skip these spaces and I will pass this is and add it to the string builder and add a space. Again, I will skip these extra spaces. When my R is L and R at this place, what I can do, I will keep moving my L until it find another space and add it to the take out this string and add to the string and add a space. And when it is at the last word, again I will pass it and add it to the word. Now, when I am at the last, I should not add any extra space. So how can I avoid it? So in this, so let's see this while coding. So if I come here, what I need is I need three things. Okay, what that? Let's remove this. Okay, what parameters, what fields I need? First, I need two pointer L and R and a string builder and the length of the string. So let's add this. Okay, this is the length of the string, and my L is starting from the end of the string. My R is also starting from the end of the string, and I build a object of string builder where I will keep adding my words in the reverse order. What I am doing is, as the requirement is we have to reverse the order as well. So I start parsing from the end so that I don't need to reverse it explicitly. Uh, because I am parsing from the left, so I will first add blue, so it will blue then is. So in this way, reverse my string will be reversed itself. I don't need to reverse them explicitly. For that, I am traversing it from the last, and I only have I only have to take care of the extra spaces. And for that, I will whenever I found any extra spaces, I will skip it. So let's see how we will do it. First, I use a while loop, and my while loop will run until my L reaches the end. For example, my L, if I am at this place, I will keep moving my L until it reaches the end of the string. So that L must be equal to 0. Till then, I will keep moving my L. Now, what first thing I can do? I have skip these trailing zeros. For that, what I can do, I use a while loop, and I will keep running my L pointer if my L is pointing to a space. If S dot char at L, if my L pointer is pointing to a space, then I move my L to left, so that simply I skip that spaces. Now, once I skip all the spaces, my L is at this E. Now I bring that R to point this character as well. So I bring my R. What I can do? I can bring my R to this pointer as well. Now both pointer at E pointing to E. Now my R will stay here, and I keep moving my L pointer until it point to the next place, so that I can take out this string. For that, what I can do, I will again move my left pointer until it point to the space. So if my S dot char at L is not space, if it is a character, I will keep moving. So again, I will keep moving to left. And once I reach this, once my L pointing to this space, what I can do, I will bring my L to point B, one place left, and my R is here. So now I can take out this string. So I can add this string to string builder sv dot add append what s dot substring. I will take out this that password from the s string substring, sorry, substring. And what I can do, I need to move my L pointer to right by one place and my R by one, because we know in substring the last index is excluded. So I need to add plus one so that it includes the last character as well. So for that I added one. Now what I should do? Now my L is at here. I have passed this word and added to the string. I am at this point. Now I want to add a space. But before adding a space, if there is a multiple space, I need to first skip it. No, no. First, I need to skip this extra space, and I can only also keep this HLS in mind. If my if I added if I add the last word of the string here, then I should not add any extra space here. So that what I can what checks we can do, if my L pointing to this space, I will keep moving my L till it reaches the end, which is 0 or negative. And once, if my L is at end, I will not add any extra space. What this saying, my L reaches the end means I have added the last word of the string. So I don't need to add any trailing space here. So in that case, I will not. I will only add space if my L is not pointing to the end. For example, if I am at here, my L is pointing to this space. It means I have passed this is at this point. I can add a space. So here, if my L is not at the end, I can add a space. Here also, if my L is pointing to this space, if my L is not at this, if my L is not at the end, so I can also add a space after the chi. So I can add a space here as well. But in this case, if my L is pointing to the end, I will not add any space. How can we do this? First, I will see these extra spaces. For that, what I can do, again, I need a while loop. If my S is pointing to a space, if my L is pointing to a empty space, I will skip it, and I will skip it. And once if, and now I have to add a, now if I take this example, I have added the blue, my L is here. I keep moving L until it reaches the another character. And now I can add a space. So now I can add a space. Then I can add a space if I can add a space only and only if my L is not equal to, if I can only add a space if my L is equal to greater than or equal to 0, means it is not reach the end. In this case, I can add a space append. What I can add a space, okay, like this. I can add. This is the whole code. If I explain I'm doing, take this example. Both L and R start from here. There is no trailing space, so this while loop will not work. This while loop starts. So my L is pointing to a character. It will keep moving until there is a space. write it as character like this. Okay, it keep moving. My R is here. L is keep moving until it find a next space. Once it my L is pointing to this space, I move my L a point. I will take this string, this part of the string, and add it to the my so string builder, and I skip this space. So I space using this while loop. I skip them this space. It could be a single space or multiple space. So it handle all type of spaces. And once I reach the another string, in that case, what I can do before passing this string, I need to add a space between them. So I will add a space, and when I can add a space, if I can only add a space if I am not at the end. Okay, I have added the space. Now my L is at. I have to move my R also at L because my L is here. So I need to put my R is here. Once my L travels to this point, I need to bring my R also to this point. So in that case, I bring it to this point. Now both L and R pointing to this S. Again, my for while loop will start. If it find a space, it will skip. Otherwise, it again part this string mm, at this part at this substring into the string builder. Again, skip this spaces and add a space if my L didn't reach the end. Again, my L and R pointing to this Y. Again, this while it work, this sky will be passed and added to the string builder, and we will skip this space and add a space. Once I skip the end, all the spaces, I will add a space. When I add the space, when my L is still not reach the end. Only in that case I can add a space. So I added the space. Now take this example. My L and again my while loop run and my L and R pointing to this character E. Now R will be stay here. My L keep moving until it gets end. For that here what I how long it can move? It can my L move to left until it reaches the end. So here I need to add this check. Otherwise it will give me a null point exception if I don't add this, because we keep moving L and one now it point to a negative -1 index that will not exist. So to avoid those cases, I need to add this check. I can only move my L if it is within the range. Okay. So imagine this case. Now I am passing this down. I keep moving my L character until it find another space. So this it will pass the E H T. Now it move again because my L is at 0. So it will move again, and now it pointed to -1. In that case, I have added the down. Now I check if there is any space. So there is no any space. So this value will not work. And here it come and check if my L is at if if my L is equal to or greater than 0. So now my L is pointing to -1, not 0. So in that case, I will not add any space. Understood? And now my both L and R out of the uh, range. And in at last, what I can return. So I am building the input string using a string builder. But what the requirement is string. I have to return a string, not a string builder. So I need to convert a string builder into a string. So how can I convert it using this to string? I have to just write this, and I can return this. Let's check whether this will work or not. So, okay, all the test cases are passing. Let's submit this. Okay, we have achieved decent time, which is we are taking 4 minutes per second, which is quite better solution, better than average people. Okay, let's analyze the time complexity. So if I show you, you must be thinking there are nested loops. So this is not, because we are traversing every word only once. Here I started my L from last index, and at every value, I keep moving my L toward right. So no character is visiting more than once. So in that case, I am only traversing all the word only once. So in that case, my time complexity is linear, n is the length of the string, input string. And let's analyze the space complexity. So uh, we are using a string builder, and okay, string builder, and the length of the string builder is also the length, because we are only skipping some extra spaces, which is nearly equal to length of the string. So we can say कि our string builder taking space nearly equal to n. And if I come here and see here, we are using string substring as well. We are taking substring. So what substring do? It copy the word from the string and then we added it into the string. So here, because of the substring, we are taking space of the k, where k is the maximum length of the word. Here also, because take, okay, here also we need to add this complexity because string using taking substring take uh, this complexity to bring it out from the string. For that reason, we have to add the so nearly, because this is the maximum height of a word. It will not the overall time complexity will be linear, and the space complexity is also linear. So this is all about this problem.